How many times have you watched unlimited lead generation strategy videos just to send out thousands of emails and get zero replies? The issue with those strategies is if you want to get a lot of leads, you have to go broad and sacrifice the quality of the leads. Or do you? I turned my reply rate from an awful 0% to 5.5% while still generating leads like crazy. And no, it's not another Apollo or LinkedIn Sales Navigator strategy. It's much better. And by the end of this video, you too will know how to scrape thousands of leads without sacrificing their quality. I call this tactic hyper-targeted lead generation. Hyper-targeted lead generation is all about identifying and reaching out to prospects who match your ideal client's profile to a T. If you don't do that and rather opt for an easier option, which is getting as many leads as possible without a care in the world, you will face three problems. First, your response rate will tank because your emails aren't relevant to your prospects. Second, you'll waste time verifying random emails that you shouldn't reach out to in the first place. Third, you'll need a lot more emails and a lot more inboxes to get the same result. And fourth, a bonus problem, your sender's reputation will be awful because the recipients will mark your emails as spam. Following these outdated tactics is like procrastination. It feels like you're being productive sending thousands of emails, but none of it is actually any good. Now, the benefits of hyper-targeted lead generation are just the opposites of the downsides when you're scraping massive amounts of random leads. After implementing hyper-targeted lead generation tactic, you'll notice three things. First, higher response rate, because now you're actually targeting people who need your services rather than pitching your web design services to Susan who sells ice cream. Second, increase in ROI, because now you're not wasting any money on unqualified leads. And third, sending emails to the right people will reduce spam complaints and improve your sender's reputation, which is kind of like a snowball effect. So think about it. Could you imagine sending half amount of emails but getting twice the amount of replies? Well, let me tell you how to turn this into reality. I know you're giddy and jumping like a little kid from excitement, but calm down. Now it's time to do actual work. So grab a pen and paper and be ready to pause the video if needed. Hyper-targeting includes 5 steps: identifying, infiltrating, scraping, enriching, and contacting. Let's go over them all one by one. First, you need to identify your ideal client's profile. If you don't know who you're searching for, you won't find them. Defining your target is easy. You just need to answer a couple questions like these. Are they CEOs of tech startups? What is their role? Their company size? Their location? Their business model? The more specific you get, the better you'll know your targeted audience, which is crucial for the next step, infiltrating. We'll be infiltrating a group or a place where your ideal clients come together. And this could be anything. A group where they come to find solutions to their problems, website designed to market their products, a LinkedIn or a Facebook group. Just to give you an example, let's create a fake persona. Let's say we are targeting SaaS founders or CMOs located in the US, in companies with no more than 50 employees who are looking to grow their product. An ideal place to find leads like that would be a Facebook or LinkedIn group for startup founders or a website like Product Hunt. Now we know where to find our leads. The next step is to scrape them. For this example, I will use 2 tools to scrape Product Hunt: Instant Data Scraper and Mini Mouse Macro. Using this duo, you could probably scrape any website. Let me jump on the computer and show you everything.
So what we'll use is Instant Data Scraper and Mini Mouse Macro. Now, Salesforce is not affiliated or partnered with any of those tools. I just personally use those tools to scrape leads and automate some processes. So let me show you how it works. First, once you get Instant Data Scraper, you'll see this little ball at the top next to your other add-ons. It may look different on Chrome, but on Opera, this is what it looks like. Then just go to any website you want to scrape. And for this example, we have Product Hunt. So let's go to Launches, Launch Archive. Let's go to Weekly, May 20th to May 26th. Now all you need to do is just click this little ball. It loads and it will show you which table it's going to scrape. Now you can see it scraped 20 results with all of this data. What you can then do, if you did not get this table, you can just click try another table. But once you do get it, what you can do is just turn on infinite scrolling, and let's see how that works. Once you click start crawling, it will scroll automatically for you and collect all the leads. You can now see it has collected 80, 100, 120, so on and so forth. It finished, and now we need to sort out the data we got. Now let's remove all unnecessary data. Okay, now what you can do is copy all of this data and post it into Google Sheets or an Excel. Now there's pretty much nothing you can do with this data. That's why we need to clean it up. You could just take and use the company name, but at least in Product Hunt, it's not always accurate. That's why we use Minnie Mouse macro to automate a process where it will copy the link, go to the website, and then copy the URL. Again, this might not be necessary for other websites, but I found that this increases the quality of the leads on Product Hunt by a lot, because some of these names are not the company names, more of a product names. Like you can see here, 2D to 3D image. That's definitely not a company name. And automating Minnie Mouse macro is super simple. You press the keybind to start recording, then you do all the tasks, press the keybind to stop recording, and press the keybinds to start playing. So I would click F1, it starts recording, it's indicated by this thing, right? I need to navigate to the sheet. I would click Ctrl C, click here, paste, enter, wait till it loads, copy it, come back, use arrow keys, and go to the next one. Let's stop it. Let's remove the unnecessary clicks at the start. And now if I click the keybinds to start it, it should do everything automatically. It copied, it opened a new tab, it pasted it, it waits, it clicks, it copies, it comes back to the sheet, it pastes it, it goes to the next one. Yeah, and of course you would speed this up, leave the computer on while you sleep to get all the information. Now, once you have the website URL, you need to clean it. Cleaning is super simple. You can just split text to columns, go to custom, and add a slash. Now you have the URLs, just put them back, delete this info URL. So we have scraped the website URLs.
We scraped thousands of leads and cleaned them. Now it's time to enrich them. We need to find more information like their email and something to use to craft personalized emails. And to do that, we'll use Apollo. And yes, I did say this is not an Apollo tutorial, but we are not using Apollo to find leads, we're using it to enrich them. So let me show you how to do that.
All you need to do is copy all of the websites you scraped and go to Apollo. Now go to search, company, include, and paste it into the include list. Save search, and you will get the leads of those companies. Now what you want to do is filter down even more. Make sure to only take verified leads. You can also take unverified if you're gonna verify with Salesforce later on. Filter the job titles that you need. You can do that with management level, departments, anything. Also do the same with location, let's say United States, and the same with employees, whatever range you need. The more specific you get, the better. Now in this example, it only shows 2 results, but I only used 3 websites. You're gonna want to scrape thousands of them and then filter through them. Now, once you filter as much as you can, you'll be left with the highest quality leads possible. What you can do now is export 1,000 leads for $4. After all the filtering, we are left with high quality leads. Now you just need to export them, and there are many services who will help you to do that for dirt cheap.
We are at the last piece of the puzzle, sending out cold email. Now you'll see why we needed to gather as much info as possible. That is because we'll use all the information we gathered to craft personalized emails at scale using Salesforce. Let me show you how it's done.
Once you export your leads, you'll have something that looks like this, a bunch of data that you cannot understand. So let's clean it up. All you really need is the first name, company name, website, the email, and LinkedIn. So let's take all of that information and import it into another CSV. Let's clean it up. Let's move this information, company name, website URL, a LinkedIn page, and email. Once you have this, save the file as a CSV. Now let's get over to Salesforce, and I'll show you how to set everything up from zero. What you want to do in Salesforce is first upload your contacts. Click Add Contacts, upload CSV, select the CSV you need, add a tag if needed. It adds one by default. Map the variables. It already did most of the work for us. You can check everything down here if it's correct. First name, email, LinkedIn, company. And for the sake of the example, let's put the website URL as last name, just because it's empty. Confirm and import. Now what you need to do is create a product. I'll tell you why we need it later. Click create new product, add a name, industry, ICP, their pain point, and everything is explained here. So if you're struggling, just hover your mouse over the question mark. Pain, solution, cost of inaction. Once you add all of this information, click create product. I just made up something quickly for an example. Product. Now let's go to sequences. Create a new sequence, add a name, select your product, and select the language. Click create the sequence, add contacts, select the contacts that you want to import. You can filter them by tag, by status, add the contacts. Make sure you validate your emails, otherwise you risk going to spam. I'll skip it just because this is an example. Now this is where it gets interesting. Instead of writing emails ourselves, we're going to generate everything with AI. That's why we needed to scrape LinkedIn profiles and the website URLs. Let's click generate with AI. You'll have a fallback template. In short, what it means is that if AI fails, it will just send a regular email. So here you can write anything that you like. Hey, first name, maybe something, let's scale your outreach, reach me here. Whatever, right? This is terrible, but this is just an example. As well as a subject line, test. Save, and now you're able to set up the AI generated emails. You can select what information to use for the emails, such as LinkedIn profile, website, or both, as well as your tone. It can be playful, hilarious, polite, formal, whatever. Also, if you're on growth plan, you can use dynamic languages, which means that if you're targeting anyone else that doesn't speak English, the AI will convert your email to their native language. And trust me, that will increase your reply rate a lot. Of course, you can add follow-ups together with spin tags, just bumping this, just following up, have you given up, any examples, right? And now we can preview the AI generated emails. And we can see it showing 3 examples. As a fellow tech enthusiast who loves both music and the internet, I couldn't help but admire what you're doing with Mewbird. Given your innovative approach, have you considered how strategically crafted outbound emails could amplify your client acquisition? Imagine turning those lost opportunities into thousands of revenue. And each email will be unique, generated by AI, as you can see here. If you like it, you can just auto-generate all or regenerate the emails that you want. Remember, it uses the information that you provide. So it uses LinkedIn, website, and your product information. The product I set up was just for a test, but you have to make sure to write the product description as specifically as possible. Let's check the next one. Of course, auto-generate them all. Then we can set up our sending schedule. This looks good to me. And now we're in settings. Here you should see the inboxes you've connected to Salesforce. I haven't connected any. And you'll also see other settings such as open rate, plain text, etc. What I do personally is I turn off open tracking. If this is your first time sending emails, you might want to keep it on to see what subject lines work. Send emails as text only. Stop sending emails if someone from the company replies, and then just launch the sequence. Again, connecting mailboxes is super easy as well. You just go to mailboxes, add mailbox, and you can either use MailForge or connect inboxes in any other way through Gmail or even in bulk. And it's super easy. Once you do that, just connect it to your sequence and you're good to go. Click launch sequence and see replies roll in.
Now you're ready to dominate the market. But before you launch your sequences, note this. No matter how specific you get with your leads, if you lack personalization in your emails, if you are sending templates and ignore all the data, your results will suffer. Let me know what you want me to make the video about next, and check out Salesforce channel for more videos like this.